chat. What's the deal? How's everybody doing? We're back. Long weekend in full effect. No Monday morning streams, right? No New York session live stream, but we are live. So, sorry, I have a bunch of shit going on. Yeah, family and non-family and just in other areas of my life, right? We all we're not all one-dimensional, right? We're human beings outside of this shit. And at the moment, I had some human being shit going on. Like, people asked me what the fuck we got going on. I told them it was human being shit. I got my kids trying to do their project, and they're all their stuff's in my room. So at the moment, they're trying to get their glue off the top shelf, but I'm not helping. You guys better build your own ladder. Ay. You done? Done. Anyway, let's get into discussing this range we have going on, right? And everything that's been happening as we closed bullish here on the daily above this little level that we got going on here. So give me one sec. You see we had a level there. So anything above this would have been a clean drive. Well, it should be a clean drive up to fill the daily range. Oh, hold on. Give me one sec, chat. Chat, what do they need this much fucking glue for? This is from this project. She's doing a project. Look. What are you going to use this much glue for? What? I don't care if you're doing a fucking science billboard, right? Nobody uses that much glue. All right, so back to trading. It's family life chat. Elmer's yum yum. Oh, some of you guys had some wild experiences in kindergarten. She needs to give it up. Here's the thing. I gave her 2 sticks of glue, and they're like, "Yo, we're out of glue." So I gave her the one that you squeeze, and she was like, "I'm out of glue." So I just gave her another 2 sticks, and like, there's 1 stick left in there. Like, WTF? You can never have too much glue. At the moment, my kids have too much glue. When you have a lot of glue and kids, it's a bad mix. Because sometimes you go to the bathroom and then be wondering why the toilet seat is sticking to your thighs. Right? Just turn the doorknob and the knob stays in your hand and you're like, what the fuck? Yeah, they make a lot of homemade slime. I don't know about no eating glue, but they make a lot of slime. So yeah. Daily, we're bullish. I'd expect us to continue bullish once we break these highs. Let's drop down to the smaller time frame. I think anything above here on the hourly, we can legitimately look to drive up. So let's look at these hourly highs. Where's our 5-minute levels? Where can we drive up from? Yep. This the 4-hour. The 4-hour broke the previous 4-hour low, right? But if we do end up coming up above here on the 4-hour, this area, look for more buys. If it stays down below here, we'll look for sells. This 4-hour closes bear here. If it does close bear, respecting the support, I'd still expect the next 4-hour to come up here and make the top wick for it. So if we can catch anything above that, the way it's looking and the way we ranged last week, come on, it's only 11 pips. Yeah, I'm gonna look for a position above all these highs. That's when we drive up above all those highs on the higher time frame. Back, if you scroll back, that's when we drive up. right? So above here, because this is our higher level, higher time frame levels. I'll be more than fine with it. The range is not really massive, Rook. This is only 20 pips, so really we're 50 pips from price to drive up, ideally. But I wouldn't mind a range 2 breakout, and we had a range 1 here. We just formed another range 2 with a support here, so anything below this area on the higher time frame, anything below 1849.50. If you guys see, we formed range 1. We had a resistance. We had a support, we had another resistance here, basically same area, another support, right? So range 1, range 2, anything below here, you can start comfortably looking for moves down. Just the same way you close below here, top wick, drive down, rejection, drove up, faked out, came back down, filled the whole range, closed below here, dropped even lower, filled the whole range, closed below, kept going down. This filled up to this area, so if we close below, we're coming down roughly to here. Roughly 20 pips as an advantage point, and then even more, 30 pips of an advantage point, and then the rest is runners. Now, if you could see this form on a smaller time frame, it would be ideally below here, because that's where the 5 will give us an indication that we're gonna drive. See the 5 closed below there, it drove the last few times. 5 closing, come back. Right there, respect, drove, closed below, drove. Did not close below, closed above, went up. So this is the area that we'll look for sells below. We have a range here that we won't trade, so as our friend Don likes to do, right? All of this, we won't trade. Right, there's a level here. And we won't trade this. We won't trade this. But we will trade this. And we will trade this. Okay? Capiche? Capiche? As we're breaking below here, it's 830. It's not bad. 833. Look at this, the 4 hours re-breaking the 4 hour lows. This is a key level here. Where's the 4 hour gonna close? But I would be okay with this based off the 30, because look, last time the 30 came into this range, it also drove down. So we're gonna look to emulate what's happened previously, right? And look what's happened previously. We closed here on the 30, we drove down. So if we get the next 30 close in here, which would be actually it's 8:30 already. So yeah, it would be the next 1 hour close. I'm sorry, I just realized that it took a while to get the analysis up and going because I was late. Where was you? So yeah, on the hourly also, it ends up filling at least until 1837.3 levels, right? So we're good to go there. We just need some indication of closures below. And honestly, look, the last few times, it's like we've gotten those closures on the 4 hour close. It drove. And I'm looking to see if we're able to adjust to that somehow in the 5 minute that closes right before the 4 hour close, because during Asian we've let go of a few moves that were clear on the smaller time frame, but just because the 4 hours closing, we're staying out of them. And I'm gonna look to see if there's any indication on the smaller time frame for us to enter or get in at the end of the 4 hour. So it's looking like the next iteration of the 5 minute about 5-minute entries, close to the 4-hour close. So at the moment, I'm still, I'm still trading. Still not trading the last 15 of the 4-hour, but so irrelevant here, right? We're gonna have to see a 9 p.m. here. We're gonna see the 4-hour close, but I'd really love to be able to be aware of when that move is coming right before the 4-hour closes to fill the range. Anyway, drop a like, sub to the channel. My apologies for being late today, but consistency is consistency, and we're here every day, right? We're not going nowhere. Anyway, what is missing today? I'd like to have a moment of silence for a buddy of mine. There's a joint I rolled about an hour ago, and as I was walking into the house, it fell out of my pocket, and I was unable to find it. And I was just, let's not even come back to the sad moment. Let's just live past it, live through it, absorb it, feel it, let it go. Good job. All right. Well, you know what they say. Never let a crisis go to waste. So you know what we do? We just rolled another one. Fuck that. All I need is a lighter. Come on, bitch. All right, chat. We're going to have another moment of silence. Today we lost 2. Today we lost our brother, the joint. And as we were getting over that, we lost our brother, the lighter, too. So a moment of silence for the lighter. Nah, they lived a good life. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. When the joint and the lighter go, man. Where do we go from here, chat? Where do we go from here? It's fucking tragedy today. Street culture, you know, hot knives. 24 days to get 300, easy money. These closures below would be easy money. No, let's just get them. Alrighty then. Buy new lighter, buy new J. I rolled another J, but now the lighter's gone. Class, how Wix only focuses entire trading session on one pair. I struggle to build this habit. Eventually, you'll realize. You'll get there. You'll get there one day, son. It's just certain realizations hit you like a fucking hammer sometimes. And it doesn't mean that you need to do what I'm doing, but you're going to have different realizations in the market where it's going to hit you, and it's just going to be something that you do. And when people ask you, it's just like, that's what knocked you over the head, right? you'll realize that it's like you chasing money is not you chasing win, right? You're not chasing winning. Chasing money technically is chasing losing. When you become a student of the game, when you're in love with the knowledge and with being a winner and applying what you know, being rich is going to be a side effect of winning. And you realize that you don't need more than one pair. You don't need 100 trades a day. You just need to win. And if you know that you're going to win, just, over time, you'll build your account and up your risk. And then there's times when the percentage of you winning or the probability of you winning is overwhelmingly, like, incredibly in your favor, right? Not even fair that those positions set up for you sometimes. And when that happens, that's when you go really, not full margin, but you could double, triple your risk on an account to really supersize it or supercharge it, right? Use it with runners, with those really incredibly favorable positions. But the only way to do that is to be so versed in what you're doing that it's just nothing is a surprise. Nothing throws you off, and nothing is, unplanned. What would you consider to be a good win rate? For the way we trade, a good win rate is like 80 and above, 75 above. Anything below 80 to 75, below that, it's not a good win rate. How many of you guys actually traded this morning? How many of you guys actually took positions during the New York session? All right, green, K, ban everybody that says me. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's a bang holiday, but I saw so many people on socials today posting positions in the morning. Took a trade in London. All right, yeah, I can understand that, but there were so many people that I saw that had positions in the morning. Talking about caught 30 pips, bitch. Like, market's closed, bitch. Oh man. Yesterday, well, today, I don't know where you are. If you're down under, and yesterday. These trades come up in a Discord, need an alert. I'm gonna fall asleep nearly 2 a.m. No, these will not be in the signals. Looks, what's your TP? Well, it depends. Do you want me to buy or sell? What TP are we talking about? I took 3, one on US 30 for the win, EG still running, and gold up. My rook. When are you calling done today? It's 8 to 10, right? So we're gonna be here from 8 p.m. Eastern to 10 p.m. At the moment, it's 8:45. So we have about another hour and 15 minutes here till I call it. But we need to break out of this range. And honestly, what I'd like to see us continue up on the daily and break highs. And eventually, for us to do that, here's the thing. So the previous week closed really bearish, and we have room. So if we can see our dailies making a top wick for the weekly and coming down, where would it be? Yeah, it would be these areas, come up to these areas. Yeah. All right, chat. So first indication of volume is a closure outside the range, outside of these ranges, right? That's indication that we have enough volume to drive. But that doesn't indicate that we have enough volume to drive at that very moment, right? That specific moment. It just means now there's volume coming into the market and it's setting up your way to drive. We're going to probably need to come back and grab liquidity in an area where it's grabbed liquidity before. So if we do end up closing below here for a range 2 breakout, right, if we do end up coming down here, closing as such, I'm going to look for us to come back in range and then come back down again. I probably want to see this come back up. And grab liquidity somewhere in these areas. Right? We can get a wick into here, right? And come back down. This would be ideal. That's what I would look for here, right? Start coming back down and see if we can take these cells. That would give us a top wick on the next hourly. This would be based on a 5-minute. That drawing, that would have been 5-minute candle. So if we come back down here and do that into these areas that I just drew, into somewhere in here. Even in here. See these wicks? Grab liquidity there. If we were to, it's actually doing that right now. It's grabbing liquidity at these areas on a small time frame right now. Ideally, somewhere into this area. That would have been great. If we can come up somewhere into 1845s, 1844s, and then come down, that'd be great. If we do end up driving straight up and breaking out above here, I highly doubt that would be for this session, but if it does happen for this session, and this is actually the support that we just found, and we drive up 50 pips here, then I would expect the same thing for us to come back once we get a closure above this. For us to come back down in range, right? If we drive up here, I would expect us to come back down in range and create 5-minute support to drive from. So this way we can have some decent stops. Instead of using this stop, we can have something form in this area, and look for these buys from here to fill this range to the left, right? Because it's very, very, very clean range to the left here. This is a clean candle down to come up, and this is clean range to match if we do end up coming down here. All right? Hold on a second. What's up? How can I help you? Come in. You want to come in? Come in. Oh, your book? Go. I see you got to pee. Go to the bathroom. I'll get you your book. I'll get you your diary. Sorry, Chad. My 5-year-old decided to keep a diary. I'm like, what kind? You hear all those toys in my office? She's keeping a diary. I'm like, what kind of a diary does a 5-year-old have? Today, I burned an ant with a magnifying glass. It was fun. I hope the feds aren't after me. Right? Sounds like something that would be in a 5-year-old's diary. $420 watching. It's a sign, chat. It's all a sign. Like, if that's not a sign to go burn one, I don't know what is. Definitely a sign. You don't trade bank holidays? How observative of you. How do you determine buys and sells under levels? Well, we just did a top-down analysis, right? We went from the daily to the 4, well, right now we went from the weekly to the daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 to the 5. And we figured that's our level. I'm just kidding, yo. It came to me in a dream. It came to me in a dream. It wasn't even a human form. It was an animal. I don't know what kind of animal it was. It had horns. Guy said, hey, look, buys above 1847.403, sells below 1840.335. I'm not coming back here, all right? So you better remember all of that.
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
Exactly what he said. I was like, all right. All right. Demonic activity. Magic unicorn? Yeah, you think that was a liquidity grab? No, that was unicorn urine. Magical around here. Wix 4 hour doesn't have a top wick right now. If it's close as it is now, do you expect it to come up anyway? Well, I expect us to re-break this high at some point to grab liquidity from anywhere above this current 4 hour, right? If it flips, it should drive up to the top of the range. Plus, we're bullish, and the 4 hour held support. Grab liquidity now below 1840, and now driving up to fill the range up. We close above here. Where do you think we're going on this bullish day? Once we fill this wick, we're gonna fill the rest of the range, right? Might not happen immediately, but that's where the market's going to go, and your job there is to predict when it happens, but not just guess, but predict with high degree of probability. And when that happens, right, you feel invincible. So that's the goal here. You can't just come here and like, all right, it's going up now. Yeah, it might be going up, but it might not be now. You have to wait for it set up. You have a Telegram, Discord group, or do you only do YouTube live stream for all your trades? We have a Signal group that's run by Don Vo, right? And Don Vo is the one posting signals, and he's the man you want to reach out to for that. And really, he's been incredibly profitable. So if you're looking for signals, great. But if you're looking to actually learn the craft, no, you need a course. Get the course. Hold on, chat. All right, honestly, like, here's what I would say. You do not need the course. You do not need the signals. It's all extra, right? Like, it's an impulse buy. It's the course and the signals is that stick of gum or the candy that sits by the register that when you walk by, your kids always want to grab, and right? They're like, oh, the new shiny stuff, and it's pretty, but do you really need it? It's 2023, baby. You can do everything you want and get all the info for whatever you want online, and it's free, because if someone's charging you for it, I bet you there's someone trying to outdo them and get their clients by doing the same thing for free and just getting the exposure. It's how the internet works, regardless of the industry. So if you really want to learn, you would learn how to apply what you're learning by trading on your own, not really following somebody. But if everyone's got different situations in life, right? And some people really want to take as much advantage of what they can, so they'll get signals, they'll try to get ahead, they'll get the course, and they'll do everything that they can. And I'm not saying it's not valuable. It's valuable. Yeah, it'll help you get there quicker. No shame in it. No, it's great to have the course, but is it needed? Is it a necessity to learn the craft? Absolutely not. Right? Chat, you guys remember I was telling you about the diary that the 5-year-old's keeping? This is it. It's got a little lock on it. She just uses me to open it. You don't even need me, right? I just exist to open diaries. To break locks, right? You need me to break a lock. Let's see what great example Dad's setting for you. Chat, hold on. She's over here. Here, let's keep this a family affair. What's up? Want to say hi? Say hi. Right there. You're shy? Shy? Do you want to say hi? No? Do you want to wave? You can do a wave. You want to do a wave? You want to do our secret handshake? You want to roll your eyes and leave? Damn. My talents, honestly, were meant for so much more than for picking a lock of a diary for a freaking 5-year-old. You know, you're lucky I love you. Oh, shit. Did I get it? Did I open it? Yo, who built this lock? Oh! W! High five. Here. Good job. Good job staying patient and not crying that it's not opening. Probably more patient than half the people on the stream. Do me a favor, lock my office door. Yeah, thank you. Because it's about to get cloudy in here. Yeah, we know, that's why we're in the stream, blessing us with your knowledge. Can you explain market direction and break of structure? Well, the way we've been not identified, the way we've been able to describe break of structure, the way we've been able to put it into an equation is by having range 2 breakouts, as a concept, right? So our structure is broken, and we stop looking for fake outs and start looking for breakout the other way against our structure once range 2 is broken. So that's how we identify structure, right? So if we're bullish, and we don't identify structure by trend lines, right? We identify structure by ranges. And at this moment, if this is range 1 and anything below here is range 2, once we close below here, we are breaking structure, and we're breaking daily structure, and we're going to start heading bearish, even though I'm drawing it with a green candle. You see, at that moment, it will probably start falling in line with the daily as well. 4 hour for sure. We'll be filling these big, massive 4 hour levels, 4 hour ranges. And on a daily, once you start doing that, you'll be breaking the daily lows, previous daily lows. But for now, we have not broken the previous daily lows. We don't have any higher time frame closures below here, right? The 4 hour is not indicating a move down yet. Oh, chat. Right as I said that, we had the 4 hour close. We survived. Look at that. The last 20 minutes of the 4 hour just flew the fuck by. So the hourly held support. The hourly held support closed bullish, but it closed bullish at a resistance too. Right? It rejected of support, drove up, but closed bullish at a resistance. There's a level here. I would say if this hourly breaks this previous hourly low, we can start looking for positions. Until this hourly low is broken, we're gonna stay bullish, and we might even have a position if we start coming up above 1844.8, 1845, back into range one, right? Because that would be a fake out on the hourly or on the 4 hour, right? 4 hour can't close below. We close above here, just like in the past, right? Close above here. If it comes up, closes like this, we're gonna look for a respect of this area here, and then a drive up. Almost the same thing that's happened here in this area before. But we need to see that higher time frame. So I'm definitely on here till 10. I think the 10 p.m. will be a key closing. But don't be surprised if we don't get positions. And it's only Monday. You guys could be a big step towards successive trading. To be frank, yes, you can, Walter. Ninja Pippa, is a gap close what you guys refer to as a liquidity grab? Some traders also refer to it as a fair value zone. I have no idea. There are so many names in the Forex industry, and I don't know. Moonlight, fucking candle, star, shadow, Batman, signal, granny's balls. I don't know. Everybody calls shit differently. If you spend some time on this stream, you'll catch on to our lingo and what it means. And if it does mean the same thing as those things, and you can find a connection or correlation, then see if you can use it to your advantage. Maybe you can't. You just know the meaning, but you can't use it to your advantage. Like, that's all. You know? There's a lot of trial and error in life. You only take trades now on a range 2 breakout, correct? No, but there are days when you need a range 2 breakout both ways. Right? Because if we do close below 1840, that's our range 2 breakout. But let's say it doesn't drive down and does come back in range. So now we don't need that would be range 1 going bearish. Now your bias is bearish because we had a range 2 breakout. Right? And let's say this does come down here. This is our range 2 breakout, but it doesn't drive, and the next candle comes back in range, right? Oh, sorry, that's a bad drawing. Next candle comes back in range. Fatter candles are pretty drawing. You can't sell here, right? Even though now your bias is bearish, but the next candle came back up in range. So, but now in order for you to take a buy, even though it was a bullish day, you've had a range 2 breakout bearish, your bias changed to bearish now. Now in order to take a buy, you would need another range 2 breakout. So now you've had range 1 would be anything below here, right? This would be range 1, and now this would be range 2 above here again. And I apologize for the skinny and fat candles. Some of them went to the gym, some of them went to McDonald's. Let's not fat shame these candles. But aren't those higher? Aren't those high on the 4 hour showing higher high? But here's the thing, these are 4 hour candles, yeah, when there's a higher high here created, a higher low, you got to realize you're not here for like a bunch of these 4 hour candles. Your session is half of this candle. Your session is 2 hours. 4 hour candles, 4 hours, right? So you're only here for these 2 candles, right? One of them is already played out. We're only here for this next candle. So now it's irrelevant where the higher high and higher low on the 4 hour as you look at your ranges on a smaller time frame for the time frame that you're going to be on the charts. And we're here the next 2 hours, or when we come on the stream now, right now we're here for now less than an hour we have left. And in that time frame, we have to see an indication of the market going in our direction. Can't be looking at a 4-hour, seeing higher highs, higher lows, looking for support. You'll be here till fucking London, New York session. And I ain't with it. I ain't with it. Fair value gasp is when you hit blunt, but it hits back. Nah. Some big time how you're thinking, been watching a while, finally seeing it come together. Huge things. Abso-fucking-lutely. Like I just did on EJ, broke structure, enter a retest. Exactly. Boom. You know, ain't gonna happen. How much percentage of your account are your losses and wins on average? Because even if I'm winning more, I'm struggling to be profitable. Win even more than that. Lose less. Even if I'm winning more, I'm struggling to be profitable. So if you're already winning more, now you need to lose less. That didn't really help you, right? That my answer didn't really help you because you're concentrating on the wrong thing. Yeah, you're concentrating on being more profitable, but you should just concentrate on winning the next position. Knowing that the next position is a winner and not a up in the air, you know, it's a wazi, it's a woozy, it's not an elemental plane, it doesn't exist type of thing. Where you're more, you know, you're more in tune with the markets. Take those positions, the ones that you have confidence in. My trading view show my 4-hour candle 1 hour behind yours. Should I check YouTube to find how to change? Should I check YouTube to find out how to change that to match yours? Your trading view shows. Wait, what does that have to do with YouTube? YouTube University. Found your lost joint? What, Wealth Beyond Wall Street smoked it? Alright, no, he definitely means his MT5 is showing differently than our stream is showing, right? That's what he means. He doesn't mean his YouTube. It's just, so he means yeah, you're on a different rollover time, bro. We say it every stream. At least one person asks that question every stream. Your broker is on different rollover time than Oanda here on TradingView. And your 4-hour closes at a different time, right? We have a rollover 8 p.m. and then it's 8, 12, 4. And over here on Oanda, it's 5, 9, 1. So it's only on the 4-hour. Everything else below the 4-hour will be the same. Oh, you know, in fact, yeah, you change the trading view. If you want to see the same chart as we do, just go to trading view and change it to the Oanda chart. I'm using MT5. MT4 is no longer supported by meta quotes. Shit goes down, shit goes wrong. You're not seeing any help. That's why MT4 is relatively cheap, and it's not even licensable anymore. But MT5 is pretty expensive for a broker to license. Heard Wix is streaming from the future. It's a possibility. Yo, I can't believe. Yo, can any of you guys
just give me the light?
Just give me the light. Need a fucking lighter. You can simply switch the chart to liquidity provider that has the same rollover unless trading view only allows. Sure. Use your toast. Yo, I tried to light it with my grill the other day, and I swear, I walked over and I put my hand over there, and it looked fine until I rolled the joint over to the other side, and entire side of that joint was burned through. So I could just literally like I could have opened it and everything fell out. So no more lighting on the grill. Chat, the 4-hour done flip. The 1 hour is breaking the previous hourly highs. Let's see if we could start coming back into this range, right? Range 1. And let's see if there's going to be enough range to drive up here. 20 pips, 30 pips. Let's see how this starts playing out in the smaller time frame here, right? Because maybe we get some closures. This is ugly though. Honestly, no, I'm not going to trade this on the 5-minute here. There's as soon as you break a range, there's another support. There's no clean drives here on the 5-minute. Maybe above here. What would the candle look like above there? No, you see, it would still be within these candles. Yeah, I'm not gonna look for buys unless we close above 1847.4, and that's gonna be my indication that we have volume to break out of this range. If we get all the way up there and actually close. Why are you still using MT4? You can't use MT4. No one's using MT4. I don't think anyone even offers MT. Is there brokers offering MT4 without offering MT5? I think some offer MT4 and MT5. But like, if your broker's not going out of their way to provide you with the better platform, then you should probably look for a different broker. Hugo's Way only has MT4. Well, my point exactly. Did I stutter? I think Hugo's Way is the cherry popping broker, right? That's what everyone gets into. Like when they just start trading, everyone starts with Hugo's Way. But yeah, if you're getting MT4 and no MT5 choice, it's a big red flag, especially with the fact that MT4 is no longer being serviced and no longer supported by meta quotes, the people that made it. TD withdrawal turnaround is the red flag, yes, but I'd also say TD is much more equipped to handle their withdrawal issues than Hugo's Way is equipped to start licensing MT5. The slush fund balances are just vastly different. I want to switch, bro. Just want to make sure. Yeah, that's another thing, though. I would not recommend anyone depositing money when you're hearing someone not paying withdrawals, right? So I would say wait till the process is, you know, seamless and then do it. Yeah, wait till you have confirmation that, hey, withdrawals are being paid out. Once you go through that, then I agree with that. I'm not saying one, you know, it's better or worse. I agree with that. You got to be logical too, right? I'm not all in for TD. I wouldn't deposit no more money into TD unless I see withdrawals being paid out. But with that being said, I do trust them with multiple six figures, right? I'm always starting shit up in here. What's the deal, Com? Nice to see you. I'm really happy to see everyone. Honestly, these long weekends, they do something to me. I start missing the chat. You guys are part of my family now, right? You guys, you know, like, you have access to a part of my house. You get access to some of my family. You guys see my kids. You guys see when I go out, I'll post stuff online. You guys are family. Like, can we talk over here? Some of you come on Zoom and DM me, and like, you actually get your DMs replied to, and like, that must be a good feeling, right? Not everybody gets replied to. I'm not Don. I can't. But like, it's dope. Like, I miss you guys, right? I feel like I know Green and Kay since we were kids, right? We went high school together. So a lot, and I see all the same names, right? Like even the trolls sometimes I see the same names, and the troll is like the black swan. It's like, it's like the bad kid, but they're still your kid. So you're still gonna try to do right by them, no matter how many times they're gonna act up, right? So the trolls, the haters. I know you're having a hard time and you're losing here and there and hopping streams. It's all right. I'm still gonna try to do right by you. Irrelevant, right? All your sins are irrelevant here. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, shit. Green, you didn't remind me this time. Side B. Hold on, chat. I'm gonna go have a pull of my joint. Oh, that feels so much better, chat. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. I don't know how they let me get away with this. Blunt hit. That was a raw joint. My eyes get bloodshot right away, right? I'm like, I don't get high, but my eyes get bloodshot. I could take a pull of the weakest shit, and my eyes will get like bloodshot. Don't get too big, YouTube will rob you. You mean they go? YouTube loves me. I stopped playing copyright music, right? So now YouTube loves me again. H2O, Gatorade. H2O, Gatorade. Water sucks. It really, really sucks. Water sucks. It really, really sucks. We didn't check the news today, but look at that. News says we're on a fucking holiday all day. US CAD. I don't know why you guys don't check this in the morning and you guys were trading, but USD bank holiday. Some people were fucking full margin on US 30 this morning. What's going on? Why am I always losing? This strategy sucks. Ezekiel, you remind me of that meme. Hey, what's your name? Ezekiel. Fuck you, Ezekiel. You guys seen that? It's funny. Hey, I'm new to trading and try and just get a hang of it. Do you take students? Ay. Here. Green, hit him with the Discord. Just join the Discord. If you wanna, I don't do one-on-ones. Maybe one day I'll start or restart, but I have not enough family time. I have too many kids and not enough time, right? So I can't be doing that. But Don Vo is only 22 years old, and he's always waiting for that closure above the range or below the range. And he's got a lot of time, no kids, and we trade very similarly. And he's outdone what I do, right? He's in the last year, he's definitely outdone what I do. But we're just because he's a lot more tuned in, because he can stay up or do other things instead of taking care of kids and family. And his thought process is actually very unique. So I'd say it's very unique when it comes to this industry, right? His approach, the perspective that he brings when he's looking at a trade, it's the closest thing I've seen anyone do that reminds me of me, and that's not like that's the reason I stayed, right? Because when I seen him the way he was trading, it was very similar to what I'm looking at, but he was just fine-tuning it, and he was improving on what he was doing, and I wasn't. I was just seeing things, but I wasn't really improving. So he's helped me tremendously, and I commend him for that. So if you were gonna do anything with anyone and pay anyone for any kind of services in this industry, I wouldn't have it be anyone but Don Vo, right? So, and I'll tell you right now, you don't need to. You don't need to get the course, and you don't need to get his signals. But I'd say you need to know how we trade to get the signals. It wouldn't make sense to get signals and not realize, be in tune with the way we trade. So I'd say stick around the live streams. I stream every Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and he streams every Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. Eastern, right? Between these two streams, within a few weeks, you should be versed enough to be able to say, oh, I can get signals and be in tune with what they're doing and realize when they're trading, when they're not trading, and stuff like that. Or really, all you need is just to keep showing up to the live streams. Don't trade initially, but keep showing up. If you keep showing up for a good month, roughly, I'd say you'd be on your way to understanding what's going on and being with, in on things and on the lingo and, rolling with the flow. So, no, he's not on here, but shout out to Don Vo. 6:30 a.m. Eastern. I'm going to be on this stream tomorrow. So we're back after a long weekend for the New York session live streams. All right, we didn't have a long weekend. Every actually weekend is a long weekend because we don't do Sunday, so it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But it was a long weekend for the New York session. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Tomorrow we're back. You always been a calm person. Always been an impulsive person my whole life. Gym help you calm down? No, going through shit helps you calm down, right? Where you have no choice but to be put in front of yourself and realize that it's your own fault. You're the one responsible. I used to say this all the time. I haven't mentioned it in a long time, but the biggest reason why people fail in this industry is they have a hard time of accepting the raw responsibility that trading puts on you, right? People really cannot accept the fact that the reason they lost is because of themselves. The raw responsibility that trading puts on you is very hard on a lot of people, and because most people are very impulsive. People by their nature they're not just calm, they're impulsive. They act on their feelings instead of logic, right? It shows in elections. Look, we fucking elected a vegetable here in the United States, and it's just feelings, right? They just hated the other guy, they hated the orange man, but those feelings, you're gonna have to face them when you accept the responsibility that it was you, right? And that's what trading does. It'll, at some point, if you really want to be profitable at this, and you will get sick and tired of your own shit. And that's when you're gonna be like, fuck, this was me. This wasn't Don Vo that made me press the button. Oh, it wasn't the fact that I went to the bathroom, right? And I missed a trade. Or it wasn't the fact that I fell asleep, or I was playing Fortnite, or the fact that Don said, "Wow, I'm getting in a trade now," that made you lose. No, it's you. Win, lose, miss a trade, fuck up an indicator. It's you. When you can accept that responsibility, you will be a lot calm. You'll be good with yourself. You'll be good, right? It's the hardest battle is not listening to people and hearing them and trying to figure out what they're telling you. And no, the hardest battle is with yourself. It's that inner noise. That's the noise inside that's telling you to be impulsive, to be wild and crazy. A lot of people don't have that pause or the stop button. People are like, oh, wait, it said that, let's go. Because that's you telling yourself. You're like, how can I be wrong? If I'm telling myself this inside my head, how can I be wrong? It's me. No, and you have to stop and reevaluate and catch yourself. And it takes a lot of practice catching yourself on a thought that's really backwards thought that's taking you backwards, right? It's a backward. People have impulsive thoughts and they go along with them because it's impulsive, and it's you that's thinking it. So you're not going to be like, oh, wait a minute, I can be wrong. No, your ego is too much. You're going to be like, fuck, I had this thought, and if I'm the one that's thinking it, then it must be right? Then I got to go do this. And they don't catch themselves in that, oh, maybe, wait, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the proper thing here is to be calm and to really absorb the information and make a logical. People aren't like that. You'll get sick and tired of your own shit, and when you start, taking responsibility for everything that's going on here in trading, you'll be a lot calmer and you'll approach things with a clearer head. You'll be a lot more profitable. But it's not the holy grail, right? There's no be all end all. This isn't the holy grail of trading. That's just going to be one aspect that you're going to get good at, with all these hundreds of other variables that are supposed to be plugged into your equation in order for you to solve this and get better at this, right? It's not going to be like, oh, I got that, now I'm good to go. Or like, now I read a book, right? And now I read the Bible stick candle, or whatever, the candlestick Bible, and now I know all the chart patterns, and now I'm good, right? No. It's just going to be one little variable in a very big equation of profit, what equals profitability. You ever took funding challenges? No. Yeah, I made a habit to explain myself while I'm taking a trade. Yeah, remember we had this discussion too. Take your trade to court. Take your trade to court. If you were a judge and a prosecutor walked up in front of you and be like, look, judge, this is the reason for this bias right here. Look, we got clear evidence of this, and that, and right? And is there any doubt? Well, let's see. We got, this could cast doubt, this could cast, and then will you convict? Will you take the trade? It's got to be sufficient enough where in your head you've played the trade out and you've managed risk throughout the trade and seen what the possibilities are and what your risk is going to look like, and take it to court, break it down. If you get in, if something's not clear, you're in doubt, zoom out, go to the higher time frame, start over. You post live videos on YouTube Monday, Thursday? No, we are live streaming, and yeah, once we are done live streaming, this will be up as a video. But at the moment, we are live streaming. So Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, we will be live. When does Don Vo post? He streams live every Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. Eastern. So tomorrow morning, here on the East Coast in the United States, we will be live, 6:30 Eastern. It's going to be on Don's stream, and I'm going to be on there too. Right? You get a 2-for-1, a twofer. Random plans create random results. Stick to the plan. It's not even a plan, right? If something is random, that's not a plan. Can you be successful from a paid signals room? Plenty of success there. You know this, Caltrix. Come on, man. Come on, man. What's the deal, Aaron? You've been killing it tonight? Just a lot of questions. I'm not doing anything. We're stuck in this range. Pity. What's a pity? I'm a better human being because of what trading forced me to do. How bad you want this? Yeah, I would say definitely trading and the lessons learned and the humbleness that it, takes you through. The humbling. It's definitely beneficial to be applied in other aspects of your life as well. I apply a lot of discipline that I've learned through trading in a lot of aspects of my life. Here we go. Cairo. Massively improve my strategy watching Wix and Don. My trading. Here you go, chat. Not a paid actor. I should have paid actors. I'd be the first stream to do that. I'd be like, Chad, here's some paid actors for you. Can we get some reviews from some paid actors? I'll just have people come on. He picked me up by the bootstraps. Why don't I put my buys above 1844.87? Because I don't want to be stuck in anywhere in this liquidity. I believe we can still reject down anywhere in here. Depending on how it forms here. So depending if we just drive through this range or we create a level here and then a resistance support and then we can take the buys up. I got to see how it forms here. At the moment, I'm comfortable with buys above 1847.40 above this whole 5-minute range because it's just clean above here. And when we come up above there, we tend to drive or respect it, right? It's when we close below. That's the issue. See, you can't close above here and drove up here. So if we could just... I want to be completely comfortable in my trade, right? No impulses, so why would I even invite them? You know, look at this. Closed above, drove up, right? Closed above, drove up, closed above, drove up here. Closed below, filled the range, respected, went down. So I don't want to take a buy anywhere in these areas to here because I believe we can still reject here on the higher time frame, have this be a top wick to come down. I'd rather break above the 5-minute ranges here and be comfortable in my buys with the hourly being very clean up. It was just on the hourly, this is just 1 or 2 clean candles. You can look for positions here, right? I believe we can still reject here and come down these areas. I don't want my position above 1844 to start looking like this, right? Driving up and then all of a sudden flip bearish. You have a liquidity grab here to come down, right? I've grabbed liquidity here. So if we're grabbing liquidity in these areas to come down previously, right? Grab liquidity, drove down, drove down, drove down. Why would I all of a sudden buy here? What if you just all of a sudden reject, drive down like these wicks, right? So let's just get a closure above the range with it, which would be an indication. We don't need to come first here. This would be an attempt to come in first place, to battle for first. I'm a paid actor. This stream sucks. Gold in your pocket? No, it's in my chest. My gold chest. Gold booty in the gold chest. On a 5/15/30 and a 1 hour above 1844, is that valid as bullish day 2? Yeah, I mean, it's valid. I just don't want to be in those rejection areas. And if we can form some kind of resistance here and then break it, then I'll look for buys above here. For at this moment, I'm not looking for anything above here. If anything, I would be looking over here, like 1843 levels. Because that's when you tend to come up and retest 1844. That's your 10 pip range, right? And who wants to trade a 10 pip range? I want to trade a 60-70 pip range and catch 10-20 pips, not trade a 10 pip range and catch the entire range, right? What are the chances of you catching the entire range versus you catching this much versus you catching this much of a range that's this big, right? You'd catch more of a bigger range, even though you'd catch a bigger percentage here. Be logical. Phil Jones, paid actor, in the house. Appreciate you. Thank you for adding to the interactions in here. Appreciate you. Thank you for the nice words. Scalp trading, yeah, we scalp here, more or less. Broker's MT4 and MT5, but no longer services the US, and yet I'm still able to use them. Am I playing a dangerous game staying with my broker? Yeah, you might not get a withdrawal. You grandfathered in? No, I'm pretty sure they sent you a letter stating, hey, withdraw your money, because after a certain point, we're not going to be operating in your area. Yeah, scalpers can have up to a 95% win rate though, with 1 point, smaller wins, higher win rate. I don't know. I would take the same positions if I was swinging. I would just have a lot less positions and have the same exact win rate. It's not about scalping or swinging. It's about the quality of your positions, what you look for in trades, right? What ranges you look for to get filled, like what your style of trading, really. Question of the day, right? Broker. Look, you got a closure above here on a bullish day, right? What's the higher time frame say? 4 hour. The thing is, the previous 4 hour closed bear, right? So you can't take a buy here unless the previous 4 hour high is broken, or this candle here closes bullish by 1 a.m. If this closes bullish at 1 a.m., you guys are looking for a bottom wick and a drive up to fill the highs. But if this closes, you know, well, it's got to close bullish above 1842. But if it closes bear here, or if it doesn't break the high of the previous 4 hour, yeah, I'm looking for a move down. I'd rather see a move down. It'll flip the weekly. It'll take us down to the weekly wick fill. Look, the weekly wick fill is on the break of the lows, 200 pips here. Right? So by the end of the week, by Friday, this is what we should look like, right? By Friday, this should be the candle here. The thing is, you don't know where this wick is going to top out. Was this it? Was this it? Right? We don't know, so. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, chat. If you leave your diary here, I'll close it after I'm done streaming, okay? Okay? You want me to close it now? No. No? Okay, good. You know, I love it when you bother me. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Come here. Here, really. I love it when you bother me. You should interrupt me more often. I don't see you enough. Okay. I'll go. Interrupt me later. Interrupt me later. But yeah, chat, we want to come down the rest of the week, right? So we just got to figure out where we're going to top out. So was this the top wick for the week, or is the daily going to give us a couple of bullish days before we flip and drive down? Hey, close the door to my office. Wicks 11? Wicks 12? Wicks cat? Anyone? They treat me like the redheaded stepchild. Want nothing to do with me. Everyone just left. be leaving for work till New York. Gotta get shit done. Beautiful. Love the fact that you got your priorities straight. The cat said the hell with you. Yeah? I want to see him say the hell with me when I got his fucking... What's it called, chat? Whisk? What's the cat food called? Purina? Purina 1? He about to have Purina 0. If he talks any shit, he gonna have Purina 0. Yeah. Talking shit here. Oh, we got a banger right now, chat. It's a banger right here. You complain at all, bro? Just driving for grazing. Cat got you joined? It probably does. My joint's outside. Thanks. I got you, Cairo. Thank you for joining us. Want so much trades to this song? I feel that. The song is different when you're in a trade. How many times have we heard this song when we're in a trade? Straight up, this is the song that's always on when we're in a trade. This isn't even the drawdown song. This is the no drawdown trades right here. This is when you're running at 11, 12 pips in profit right now and you're moving this to break even. This is the song that's always playing, right? Shit that doesn't do drawdown. What are you waiting for? I'm waiting for a closure outside my ranges. We need it to come down here. I know it looks like a lot, but this is the 5 minute, and in reality, it's only 20 pips. We need to come down 20 pips in the next 20 minutes, 17 minutes, and we'll look for positions. And if that doesn't happen, I will turn the volume down on this bitch and tell you guys how much I love you, and I'll see you guys mañana, right? But until then, we are waiting. Why do I keep turning this on? We look for sells off the rip. We wait for a resistance to be formed. I will look for a top wick on the next hourly, which will probably come in the shape of a 5 minute resistance. Right? I'm glad, like, this has been huge. Like, most people have learned how to read candles based on the fact that we have to pull back and create top wicks on the hourly, which creates 5 minute ranges. Like, this is really how a lot of people here have learned to break down candles. And the wicks and the no wicks on entry, on the beginning of the candle versus the end of the candle. Like, a lot of people in the industry, even a lot of influencers, right? A lot of other streamers, yo, they're picking up these concepts. I hear them discussing these things. I heard Celery play in a different stream the other day, right? I've heard the higher time frame wicks are lower time frame zones the other day. Lower time frame ranges. That's like a direct quote from me. TV's gang shit, right? And, yo, at some point, people are going to be using our lingo like all over the place and not even know where it started or how it started. Like 10, 15 years from now, I'm telling you. You ain't credit for this? Wait a minute, y'all getting paid for this? That's Don's favorite line. Y'all getting paid for this? What's the track name? I don't know. Y'all boys are influencers? Yeah, well, I don't have a massive following, right? Where I'm not even at 8K subs. But some of the people that I heard say it have much bigger followings than me. And like, we have people that watch or follow what we do. have some big followers. Some people have really big followings that follow us. Track name, it's Dior. Pop Smoke goes off on this beat. Wix goes off on this beat. One second, chat. Un momento, por favor. It's not a boring stream. Hold on. Somebody say it was boring. What are you answering? Sales incoming. We did come up to this area, right? Right now, back from down here in the last half hour. We did come up and we're in these wicks here, right? On the 30. So we're in these previous rejection areas, right? Look at these. Look at this. If we can emulate this right here and this start coming down here. I mean, this is the way it's printing right now. It's setting up for London perfectly. Right, if you reject here, if this is the wick here, and then the next candle comes down and also wicks up, right, into this area, this is clearly establishing itself as a nice rejection area. You come down below here, I mean, you're good to go. This is the high, and don't forget, this is the higher time frame I'm drawing on, right? You come down below there, you're gonna look for indications on the 5-minute of it breaking down, and you'll look to enter. The way it's printing right now in the higher time frame, you're gonna look to 4-hour to come back below and close bear, and then start breaking below on the 5-minute. Right? And this, at that point, you'll have the 4-hour breaking the previous 4-hour low and flipping bearish here as the previous 4-hour close bearish. So you have a lot of you'll have a lot of information at hand once the next 4-hour closes at pre-London at 1 a.m. Just drop a rap video when you get to 10K subs. What we're gonna do is what happened? Scratched? It's alright, don't wait. If it's scratching you, don't wear the retainer. When we go to your dentist, we'll tell him. And no, tomorrow we can't go. I think Thursday we can go. I know, but he's there. Your dentist does TNT. He does Tuesdays and Thursdays. If it's gonna bother you really bad, just show me the part that scratches, and when I go to the dentist, I'll be like, "Is this okay?" I know, I'm sorry. You gotta wear it. If you don't want braces later, you gotta wear it. Yeah, so Don's damn near 50K right now. So when he hits 50, we're doing a 24-hour stream. Well, he's doing a 24-hour stream. I'm not gonna be there the whole 24 hours. I got shit to do. Can't be on a stream for 24 hours. gonna have to give my whole family melatonin. I'm gonna have to give 30 milligram melatonin to everybody in the family. Yeah, this is one of my favorite beats on here, though. Got these rebels, man. So yeah, 24-hour stream when Don hits 50K. I'll be on there for a good part of it, but not for the entire 24 hours. He said he's gonna sleep for part of the stream. That's 20. Yeah, I rock with this one too. You only trade on gold? Yes, I only trade gold. Chad, I'm sorry. This is our session right here, right? Like, what are we gonna do? Forget my ranges. We couldn't break out of the 5-minute range. I mean, what are we gonna do here, Chad? This is our session. How long does it take on average to become profitable? Well, I'd have to average every trader in the world, right? That's ever tried doing this or that's ever traded. And I would say you will never become profitable. I mean, on average, you will never become, you probably won't become profitable for ever or a long time. Like, it's really, really huge failure rate, right? If we're talking averages. But if we're going to take the average of all the people that did become profitable and how long did all the people that did become profitable, how long did they take them to become profitable and take that average, I would say it's years. Years. What would you say on a trader that's struggling with discipline? Get your priorities straight. You're not ready to make money. You'd be struggling with keeping it if you got no discipline. Build the discipline. How do I tell you how to build discipline? Experience. Experience and really working on yourself. And like I said, kill the ego. Don't listen to the inner voice. You have to get rid of the impulses like we discussed earlier, right? Prioritize getting better at this. The worst thing you can do though, if this is really meant for you, if you enjoy doing this, then the worst thing you can do is just stop. Maybe behind this question is like, you know, that's where your success is. Maybe behind this wall, that's it. That's where you find success. Maybe there's 100 more walls you need to knock down. Only know if you keep going. Can't give up, but like, you also have to be logical, right? For a lot of people, what they're doing right now isn't logical. Whoa, what's that? Look at that. Let's see what's going on here. Absolutely nothing. Ranging on the hourly. I think over leveraging is a big part in the learning. I think over leveraging is going to be a big lesson once you realize you're doing something wrong. Once you blow a few accounts, it's a lesson, right? It's another lesson learned. You over leverage, blow an account, don't do it again. Shit, break down, do it again. Learn not to break down, not to have mental breakdowns. And then you start looking at what caused you to break down, have a mental lapse after you already know not to do it again. So you know not to do something. You weren't doing it, and then all of a sudden you did it and you had a mental lapse. Did you forget? Was there a reason? Did you not follow your trade? Or was there something that stimulated that, right? That was there a catalyst for you fucking up? And then you figure that out, and you take everything, you build upon things, right? It's not like, oh, I figured this out. Right away. No, you build upon the breakdown, right? Of figuring out what went wrong. The same way you build on figuring out what went right, and the little weaknesses in the market that you find, right? The nuances that help you win a trade. The same thing you have to do. Well, what were the nuances there on a mistrade? And you really should do it and learn to compartmentalize the breakdown of that trade completely separate from entering the next position. You have to learn the lesson of your previous trade, but not bring the actual emotions and the feelings and the reason you lost that trade into your next trade. Compartmentalize it. You broke that down. That's completely separate from this situation, right? You can't go to Walmart and complain about your cable because it's completely, you have to compartmentalize. They're different situations. You approach one situation one way and another situation another way in a different place, right? It's completely separate situation. If you don't do that in your regular life, why would you do that in trading? Compartmentalize. Don't bring right, your luggage, your baggage from your previous trade here. You know how they say stop living in the past? Stop living in the past. Stop trying to live in the now. Stop trying to make back what you've lost and concentrate on being at 0 right now and getting to 1, right? You're not at negative something trying to get back. No, you're at 0 right now in this trade, trying to get 1, and then tomorrow you'll be at 0 again, trying to get to 1. Eventually, after many ones, you just, it's up to a lot. Chat, we have this 1 hour closure. We close bearish, but we have some range to fill. It would be nice if we could close bearish below all these areas, but we're not doing that right now. 1 hour still in a range here. Let's see how this closes. This is our session. So these are 2 1 hour candles, right? This was our session, chat. There's nothing I can do about this, but these 2 candles, this is our session right here. Bullish, bearish, rejection, no drive, just range. It's not bad because this lets you plan for London, right? This lets you create a plan. This gives you a lot of info of how, now you know how Asian played out and it ranged, right? And now you know where the liquidity areas are with these wicks here to reject, right? Now you don't mind if it between 10 and 12, 10 and midnight, right? You come up to these areas again and retest and grab more liquidity, as long as by 1 a.m. the 4 hour candle here is closing somewhere below the range, right? As long as at the end of that 4 hours somewhere here, or let's go to the 4 hour, yeah, below this 4 hour level. As long as this candle that's open right now on the 4 hour closes here by 1 a.m. or anywhere lower, you don't care what happens here in the next 2-3 hours, right? What drives, don't care how they print. As long as we get this closure eventually at 1 a.m., then you guys know what to do. Top wick on the 4 hour between 1 and 5. You guys should continue to drive down. This session has been really valuable in determining what's going to happen. You're going to have a lot of candle closures between now and midnight, and at 1 a.m. 4 hour closes. That's a lot of info. A 4 hour candle. Pay attention. Wix is great at explaining things. Yeah, I'm a good orator. I'm pretty decent at explaining. Part of the reason why I like or I enjoy educating people, right? Why do we have to fail ourselves? Why not learn from others? We think I'm different. I won't lose money. Beginners should not lose. Just learn from others and don't trade money until profitable. Yes, but beginners should also, in order for you to better be suited for wins and losses, you have to take them because other people's wins and losses will not affect your psychology, right? It affects their psychology, but you have to have experience in order to improve your psych. I completely agree with you. Like there's a quote that I really agree with in life, right? Until I came to trading, and I realized not everything's so black and white, right? It's dumb people don't learn from mistakes. Smart people learn from their mistakes, and brilliant people, geniuses, learn from other people's mistakes. But you could learn all you want here from other people's mistakes. That doesn't mean when you apply or don't apply what they did that you're going to succeed, right? It's all in the application here. And the application of knowledge requires experience, requires to actually do it, right? It's not what you know, it's how you can apply it on the charts regardless of how another person applied it. So this is where I realized that no, you really need to lose. You need to go through it. You need experiences. It sounds great seeing what other people fail and not repeating that, but how do you know you're not going to repeat that? Because trading is a game of application, not just a game of knowledge, right? The real art form here is in applying the knowledge successfully. So you can't be afraid to take positions. You're afraid to lose money, risk less money, but get the experience of being in a trade and winning a position, losing a position, and then get the experience of managing a position, managing it in many different ways, in drawdown, ahead, trailing stops, closing partials in drawdown, closing at a key level. And those are all things you have to experience, not have other people experience, because the only way you're going to get better at those things is through application and massive application. Same thing over and over, and just tweaking certain aspects to see what works better. Ready to go to sleep? Bedtime? Well, love you. Give me a second. I'm gonna call it a stream here. Yeah, and don't do that on demo. You actually have to have some skin in the game. So make it little money, but make it skin in the game money, right? So you're involved. All right, chat. I think we're gonna call it a stream here. It would be ideal if the 4 hour comes down and closes below here, but you have another 3 hours for that, or another 3 hours for the 4 hour close, right? You are still in the same range. Yeah, it looks like it's going to make a top wick here on the hourly and come down, but I will not be in here until pre-London. I wouldn't be in here, but I'm probably going to go to sleep in the next hour or two because I got some fire indica. Anyway, I think that's the stream. That's the session. Drop a like if you haven't. Sub to the channel. We're on our way to 8K. I remember like a week and a half ago, we were on our way to 7K. Now we're on our way to 8K. 10K real soon. Right? We'll do something special at 10K. Maybe a longer stream. Maybe a 12-hour stream, huh? I don't know. When did Don do that? 30K, right? So maybe at 30K we'll do that. Other than that, appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning on Don's stream. And then again, in the evening, same time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern, I'll be on live here on YouTube tomorrow. Thank you, mods, Green, K. Thank you, chat, for showing up and showing support. And thank you, YouTube. I appreciate you all. Love and wisdom to you all. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, we were at 4K in January. night, everybody.